Now we're going into free gestures 17 to 32. So I'm going to start with the 17. Let's see, how can I? Yeah, that's close enough. So we're going to say that the head right here, I think the last time you heard me say that I start with the heads or whatever, but it's up to you. All right, so we have the neck that's stemming from there. And so we're going to start with this abdomen or bean. Now notice there's some squares on your worksheet. So that square is supposed to give you that three-dimensional right there. So if I was going to put a square in here, it would be more like that. Okay, and there's a square that's coming down here, right? So it gives you that. So that's what I was getting at right here. Okay, so we'll get into that when we start getting more advanced. All right, so anyhow, so we're going to bring that knee, curve. Remember, you have to curve your what do you call it? Curve your gesture legs here. Same thing here, you curve it right there. Just make sure your proportions are right. Okay, I notice some people just slap things together like stick figures, which it pretty technically is a stick figure, but you want to add some character to it. Arm right there, see? Now that's 17. All right, so we're going to go with 18. Now notice on this video, I'm going to go a little faster, so you won't be staring at a video all day. But just go along with this, okay? All right, so the head, he's looking up, he or she. Okay, then you're gonna have your abdomen going this way. Notice there's a sharpness. There's usually a sharpness when you start doing your 3/4. Okay, so I kind of gave the opening of your square again. See, that's an opening there. And there's an opening there. See, there's an opening in that area. So that lets you know how they're working. So you have your leg. See, I'm doing my curves. So you gotta really start absorbing your curves. Okay, you're gonna come back in. Feet right there. See? Arm. That's your elbow, hand. Right there. And the arm there. So elbow, hand. See? That's 18. So 19. Try to fit more on the sheet this time. That's why I'm doing this. Doing it like this. Okay, 19. You have your head, of course. Right? This time his head is going up. You want to bring that up there and bam. Arm, you want it hanging out a little bit. See, notice I'm always pronouncing that elbow. That's your character again. Your arm there. So that's like someone going into a flip. Or maybe like a karate kick or something. I don't know. Some people might even say soccer. All right, so you have that here. You're 20. So you have like somebody pretty much sitting now. You got to get that lean, okay? In order to get the lean, you got to pronounce your shoulders. So watch this. That's your spine, where your spine is. So that's going to help you accomplish your lean. And then it follows up with how you make your abdomen. Okay, so you have what you call the little crack down there, as you would call it, crack heels. Okay, then you have your elbow that's leaning from whatever is back there. So we're going to say that this person is leaning on some kind of gate or something, or a bench. Okay, so we're going to get that part in there, along with the legs. You know, the legs going to be kind of creeping over there, right? So that's your 20. 21. That would be the last one for this sheet, I think, because I don't think I can fit anything else after that. So 21, you're going to have this individual bring the face out, elbow, come under, right there, and then the leg is going to step out, okay, and then the arm is going to lean and that wrist is going to bend. And the reason being because he's playing guitar, right? For you guitar hero people. So you're gonna bring an elbow under the forearm, and then you're gonna bend the fingers, however you want to do it. So you got the guitar, and then you want to be able to wrap that foot around, or even just bring it out to where the knee comes out. I'm gonna add a foot in there because it's not even on the sheet. We'll just make it even like that. Okay, so we're going into 22, right? 22 is pretty simple. Uh-oh, getting seasick here, huh? 22, we're gonna say, starts here. Can we see 22? Yeah, right there. Okay, so the head, so we're trying to notice we're doing all kinds of aspects of poses here. Now watch the back. The back is going to give you that direction. Okay, you have your, what do you call it? Your abdomen. Okay, then you have a bend, right? So the elbow sitting right there. So some of these are going to be pretty fast, like this one. This is quick. Foot, and the leg kind of drips over. Alrighty, so that person's thinking, having a picnic. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, so this is 23, right? 23. All right, so let me see, bring this. I could probably do a lower level, huh? I could probably, you know what? I can do 8 on this sheet, I think. Let's see if I can accomplish that. Maybe 10. All right, because the last one's going to be the grand finale, of course. All right, so 23. Again, you're going to notice these are pretty standard. This bean right here, called a bean or an abdomen, standard. Head over, right there. The arms, like this. Arms, like that. Okay. Now you're going to bring them knees in. So this is your goal. You're going to have the knees come through like this. So, don't that make sense? The knees come in. All right. Wow. Almost went over there. Okay, then you have the 24. I'm going based on the space that's available. So you have your head. Make sure that head is bigger. I mean, it may not look that way in the picture or the worksheet, but make sure it's bigger. He's slumping over. Then he's going to have the legs pop out this way. And this one is kind of like drifting back. Okay, so that's going to be a little bit smaller than the other. Then that arm is going to be nice and long, while this one is going to be a little bit stagnant. Okay, so he's leaning over. All right, 25. All right, 25. Your standard again. This is usually your standard. If you notice, it's a lot of these abdomens in this activity. A lot of them. You have your head seeping out, shoulder. Usually when you have 3/4, you always got to put that line. It really helps, that line up top. Okay, in the arm, kind of sneaks out of there. Okay, and you have the leg sticking out. See, notice, I already have this in my mind, that whole axis plane thing going. Then you have the foot right there, see? Then you have the 26, number 26. I could probably fit 7 on this. You think so? Raise your hand. Oh, can't see you. Psych. I'm joking. All right. So another standard abdomen. This one's a little bit squashy. Okay. And then you have that center. Now notice the action. The action. See? You're going to take this. Move it here. Now watch this. Now you've done this before. Your loops. You see your loop? Very simple. Loop. You have one arm leading under like that, and the other one just sneaking out. And this time I have the head peeking up. I think I can weasel this last one in there, so we can probably do 6 across. So we have a head first for number 27. That's my number, 27. So we have a head. I bring him as close as possible so he won't get cut off. I have the head turning this way. And then this is pretty much half of an abdomen. Half, you're going to put your line here, elbow, hands. So you can have this person either flipping burgers, playing a video game, or a piano. There you go. So we're going to go down here to the next row. Let me see if I can accomplish that. So that would be 28. Right, 28. So this person is, look like he's about to throw a baseball or something. So you have this here. You got to have that head tilted like real good. And that line will help you. See? Then you have your arms like that. And then your leg has to really come up, because he's about to really just throw a fastball. Okay, see that right there? So that's very important. You get that character in there. So I fit it in there, okay. So we're gonna say 29. All right, 29. We're taking that head. Same thing, huh? Head moving the same direction. All right. And so this is like the river dance. Do 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 do. All right. Then you're gonna take that action again. See, the action comes under here, under there. See that? That's your action. Then you have your knee, come up here with your knee, and then kill it with that last part of the leg. And you just put the arms on the hips. Some of these are a combination of your gesture machines and your standing gestures. Okay, very simple. I think this might be a tattoo. Some people might make it a tattoo. So this is your famous Marvel pose. You have your head coming down. You got your shoulders. Got to make sure that's established. Then that's your upper body, okay? Then from a direction, it has to have a direction. So we're gonna go all the way here, but not too much. Then you're gonna have your arms and your hands like that, see? Same thing here. You gotta bend that. See, you bend the wrist is giving it character. That wrist thing, right? Then all you have to do is, I mean, sometimes you can get away with the loop, but this one here, you just scoop it and bring that foot right down. and show some balance. Okay, same thing here, that knee. It's gonna come up. So you got your foot. There you go. Now you got the last two. You got 31 and 32. And we can fit them in this space, I think. All right, we can fit. All right, so this one here is going to be 31. You're going to take this shoulder. And then you have your head right there. Elbow. Elbow. Right there. Very simple. But you got to have that balance. You got to have the landing part. So that foot is going, the leg, the knee is going to come over here, cross. It's going to come around and do the same thing. See? Leg's a little bit short, but we can work with it. Last but not least, this is probably the most complicated one, but just look how it's broken down. So the way to do this, you have to be able to establish the person holding before the holder more than the holdee, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's see. So obviously the person's going to be looking down. That's based on your direction. So this person just have, the person that's holding has just a regular low key pose. But you don't want to make that too dark. So I'm going a little bit light here. And the reason why I say don't make it too dark, because it gets lost. Okay. So now you want to say the beam or the abdomen is somewhat cradled. Like that, like a tongue. All right. So now, see, notice I didn't do the arms yet for the holder. So the legs, you can have one coming this way and have another one coming that way. Something like that. And then you got to have that shoulder. And the arms have to dangle. And that head has to come back. So it can be believable that person is really out of it. So you're going to have the hands cradle right here and another hand right there. So once you do that, then all you have to do is just pop an arm back there, a little quick one, and you're done. Just put that next arm back that's dangling, and you're done. You might as well put wings on the person, right? So that's going to be the Angel Michael, huh? All right, so that's your 32 in 18 minutes. So same as the others. Just go ahead and knock this one out and then upload it. And we're going to fill them in next week. Here we go.